Okay. Hello, everyone. Uh,
Hi everyone. Very good morning
and
to a lot
you
of
are
people and good
live.
evening to a lot of people. Yes. So thanks a lot for joining, guys. And we will just wait for a couple of more minutes so that we can. We are expecting more people to join in.
Okay, so we are waiting for more people to join in. Just check, Vivek, are we live on LinkedIn and YouTube?
Yes. So we are live on LinkedIn. We are live on YouTube as well.
Okay, that's great. So,
Awesome.
hi guys. Let's start with a small introduction. So, wherever you are, you can just write your location, where you are, and if you have participated in the module one, do let us know that. Okay, we participated in the project, right? If you can just let
Right.
us know, that would be great.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so hi Shivali, you are in Vancouver, so I can see Nikki in Georgia. So if you can write your location where you are, we can start with a brief introduction and then we can move on. Okay, Nirjar
Absolutely.
is in Boston and participate in the project. That's great. Sneha, if you have participated in this project, people from UAE, people from North Carolina, Atlanta, India. Okay, so great to see you guys. I believe that you are liking this particular project and you had certain issues. We will discuss it today. We'll also ask our technical mentor to join in very soon. And College Station, so with Washington, so a lot of people are from US. And guys, if you are from US and uh, so you can definitely look into what other services we provide. Like we have a offline event coming up on February, so if you are in the Bay Area, you can attend that offline event. We have our own assessment platform. We discussed it last time also. We'll today also give you a small demo on it, so you can go through that particular platform. Also, we have integrated Java, we have integrated TypeScript, JavaScript. So lot of platforms we have integrated on that platform. So we'll have a quick demo on that one also. So if you can just, Vivek, start with the quick demo of what High Counselor is, and you can just starting with the presentation and all.
Right. Absolutely. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining in. To give a small introduction about ourselves. So my name is Vivek Sinha. I am a program manager here at High Counselor, and along with me we have Dr. Amit Lalsa, who is heading our business India operations at High Counselor. And just to give you a quick overview as to what our major agenda or the source of inspiration has been to come up with these series of live projects. So let me present my screen.
So before we start with what we do and what exactly High Counselor do, because a lot of people are messaging us also that like this is a live project. What exactly High Counselor do? So we'll give you that overview also today. Uh, so
Sure.
let us talk about the objective of this whole exercise. So why we started this whole idea. So we have seen that a lot of companies they keep asking a lot of companies keep on asking us that, okay, or asking candidates in the interview that what kind of practical experience you have. So a lot of students, specifically the people who are freshers, or they are maybe changing their stream, they are in the software domain and now shifting to data. So they face this challenge that they don't have any experience to show. So that's why we started this whole idea of coming up with live projects, client based projects. These are not like academic projects, these are more like client based project where we have given you a specific requirement, you have to do certain tasks, you have to build teams. So we started this whole process around 3 weeks ago. In fact, when we started our first project, that was into software development. Then we came up with a project in data. Then we came again with a project in backend development. And now we are back with this project on data. And a lot of projects
Absolutely.
in pipeline. Trust me, guys, we are working very hard. We are looking for best of best technical instructors to create these projects, come up with ideas, and so that you can get a hands-on experience of this whole project. So I hope the objective is clear. You understood that why we are doing this. So now Vivek will give you a quick overview of the High Counselor, and I'll also be giving you certain ideas about it. Yes, Vivek.
Absolutely. So just to start off with, so our co-founder is Mr. Aditya Sharma, who is the co-founder and CEO at High Counselor. Just to run you through a small brief about him, he completed his bachelor's in technology from NIT Jalandhar in 2012. Post that, he completed his master's of engineering management from Duke University in the year 2014. Then he started off as a Salesforce consultant with PricewaterhouseCoopers, and after that he also has worked as a Salesforce senior consultant at Deloitte from 2016 till 2019, right? And in the year 2020 in May, that is when Aditya had along with his co-founder Mr. Rani Haroon, they had started the High Counselor to help out students and candidates who were facing a lot of challenges in terms of landing their dream jobs, right? So basically, High Counselor is a career accelerator. We are a job accelerator that helps out a lot of students in the tech industry to land jobs successfully, right? Because that is one of the gray areas where people face a lot of challenges in terms of landing an interview, right? Finding the right job for you and eventually applying, right? So that is where High Counselor helps them out, primarily in the tech domain. So there are four domains that we are targeting as of now. One is the data science domain. Then we have software development. We have product management as well as for Salesforce consultancies, right?
Okay, let me add a few things over here. That look, one part of of any job, when we are looking for a job, one part is obviously is the training part. So we High Counselor do provide a lot of training to all the candidates who are enrolled in the program of High Counselor. But apart from, so in this training we provide a lot of technical training sessions. We also provide a lot of behavioral training sessions. We also give you access to all the quality question, premium questions which are asked directly by the companies. So we provide you those questions along with the solutions. So anybody who is not able to do it by themselves, we also provide them a solution. So let's say if I have an interview, let's say after 3 days, so I have access to all the software related questions or data related questions. I can go to that company's list and I can see what Amazon has asked in their prior interviews. So this is also we have in our program. But one of the tools for which I will be talking up today is, and if you are in US, you must listen to this one, that we have developed an AI based job automation tool, which is completely automated. That means earlier what we used to do, we have to search our jobs manually, then we have to match those jobs with our skills manually, then we have to apply to the jobs manually. We have automated this whole process, which will save hundreds of our candidate, and our job automation tool is really working great. A lot of candidates have their interviews, like earlier if they were getting, let's say, 5 interviews, today they are getting around 12 interviews, 15 interviews in their domain, because our tool can easily scrap the whole information, apply on your behalf in automatically to all those platforms. So if you would like to know more about it, do go to our highcounselor.com, apply to any new cohort, or just sign up to any of our info sessions where we discuss all these things in detail. Just I wanted to give you an overview, because a lot of people messaged me personally that, okay, do let us know that what kind of services High Counselor provides. So we have job automation tool with us. We have an ecosystem of LMS. We have a lot of training sessions into recorded form as well as in the this form. We have a networking tool. We have an email automation tool. So we have developed a lot of things as a product, so that we can help our candidates. And when we look at our instructors profile, all our instructors come from top companies. They come from Apple, they come from Google, they come from, so they have a complete understanding of this whole process. So they can give you an exact scenario, train you exactly how you can land up into a job, right? So this is what High Counselor do. It's more like an ecosystem where we provide end to end everything. And that too, most of the tools are like, we don't charge anything initially till the time you land up into a job. So mostly we work on an ISA agreement. So anybody who lands up into a job, then only he has to pay to us anything, right? So this is only for people who are in US, because we are only catering right now to all the people who are in US. So if you are looking for a job in software domain, data domain, product management, Salesforce consulting in US, then High Counselor could be a right platform for you. Okay, so I have given you a very nutshell idea of what we do. So Sheetal is also here. Hi Sheetal, how are you?
Yeah, hi, hi, sir. Hi,
Sheetal.
sir. I'm good.
Hi, Sheetal. Good
Okay.
morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So Vivek, we can move forward with just if you can just, because a lot of people will be joining in, uh, so we can just give you
Later.
an idea of the module one. If
Right.
somebody is starting today, we can give an overview of the whole project again, and then we can start with the introduction of module two.
Yes, absolutely. So, guys, just to give you a brief of what the project was about. So, the project is basically for all data aspirants and data job seekers. So, the project is weather forecasting and data visualization using various tools, right?
Vivek, you
Now,
can
the best
just
part,
share your screen also so that
yeah, sure, sure,
yeah.
sure. Give me 1 second.
And Sheetal, if you can just keep an eye on the technical questions coming up, because a lot of doubts are coming in. Yeah.
Okay.
So we
Yeah,
can later up take up each and every question. Okay. Yeah.
right. So, let me know when my screen is visible. Uh, yeah. So just to start off with, so the project is basically, you know, this project is actually the weather forecasting and data visualization, as I mentioned earlier. So here you will actually be working on a critical data set that is related to weather predictions, right? You will be carrying out a data cleaning process. You will be carrying out the analysis, as well as you'll be working on the visualization part using various languages and tools you are familiar with, right? Now, in our last session, we had already mentioned that we have no restriction as to what all languages or tools you can use. So, whatever tool you are comfortable with, you can easily do this project. So, we have no limitation in terms of language, in terms of tool. Even if you want to learn a new language, you are more than welcome to do it, right? So, Sheetal, do you want to give a quick breakdown of what the project was about and how the first module had to be executed?
Yes, yes, yes. Sure, sure. So
So
basically,
before Sheetal starts, I'll just let you know that we have already done with module one. We are just introducing it again. So if somebody is starting it today, so that they can get an idea that how this project. And if somebody is late, like due to some technical issues, you were not able to submit, we'll extend some date so that you will be able to not you will be able to like submit your the project of module one. So let's take an overview of the project from Sheetal, and then we'll move forward.
yeah, sure. So project is the problem statement is very simple. We have a data set. We need to first check it. What is the data set manually? If we see it, we'll be able to get okay. This is the data set related to weather. This is the weather forecasting predictions. Then uh, after that, we need to do some analyzation and some mining on data set. How we can clean it. How the corrupted data set can be made a proper data set. जिसके ऊपर we can actually do some SQL queries. We can actually make some mining and then we can get the particular requirement as asked by the client. So to do this mining, we have to use Python in it. We can use other languages also, but lastly, when we met, as we said, that we need to use those tools which are actually required by client and which smartly done the work. Otherwise, even if we use Java on this, that also will do the work, but we need to do the work smartly. So we need to use that tool that will perfectly solve the problem and that will be in client as per the client requirement as well. So along with Python, we can do this data mining and data cleaning. After that, when we get the particularly clean data set, on that we need to do some SQL queries or some MySQL or whatever language you're using for database. Those queries we need to do and we get the requirements. Now, the very first question which I was seeing from a lot of people, a lot of participant was, that the data set given, it is completely of 1 year only. It consists of data for 2022 only, and in the problem statement we have given that the data set is from July 2022 to 2033. So that is where the first question comes. You need to clean the data set. You need to do some Python. You need to do some coding, and you need to get the resultant data set. So basically, we have given that was the first corrupted data which has been added to this data set. That it is given of 1 year only, and you have to do some mining to make it from 2022 to 2033 for those 10 years. So that is something which you need to do with the first column, with the date and year column. That is the hint for that question.
Okay. So can we do still module one? Yes, Eric, you can do module one. And when will be the winners of this project? When we will be ending up our project, we'll distribute all the certificates. Then only we'll be in the right position to give you an answer on this one. That when we are going to announce it. But very soon, when we'll complete this project, when we evaluate it, then definitely we'll be able to announce the name of all those people who are successfully completed this project, or like if you call them winners. I would say everybody is a winner who is participating in this event, because learning doesn't comes in a winning or losing way. It can only come in a way that we are here to improve ourselves, right? So today we are going to introduce module 2 also, Vic.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll be introducing you to module two. And for people who have just joined a little later and probably say in a couple of days' time, we have just given you a brief about what module one is all about, right? If you have any queries or any questions related to module one, we'll be addressing that. Along with that, we'll be introducing you to module two as well, so that we all are on the same page and everybody wins.
Okay, if you are late by module 1, I would suggest that you can submit it. We are not closing module 1. You can go back and submit module 1 also. And if you complete module 2, you both have separate submission on the same form. So you can go and submit it again,
Absolutely.
right? We are not closing it. Okay, so here is a question from Kalyani. If you can see that, Sheetal.
Yeah.
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 So for the forecasting the data of the year 2034 and 135, we have used the forecast ETS function in Excel and added the data for the year is no, Kalyani, that will not be accepted because here we have clearly told that this project we have to do the data mining using the coding tool, which will be Python or any other language. What you are explaining here is that you will do it manually with the Excel with some function in Excel. That is not inclined with the client requirement. For
Uh,
to prepare for data analyst,
yeah.
Python or some other coding tool has to be used here.
Kalani, I would add more point. I even the last session also we told this, that we have already given you a complete document which clearly explains what to do, how to do, and in what time to do. Right. So rather than, since this is not an academic project where you can go back to a professor and say that, sir, I don't know this, let me do this through this. That will not help you, right? So the idea here is that try to learn that particular tool or try to get an idea, and that's why we build teams, right? So that if you are not knowing that particular part, somebody else can help you out. So let us introduce module 2 first, and then we'll come back and take up queries. That would be much better, right? Otherwise
Absolutely.
people are waiting for module 2, and how we can access the anchor post, everything. Maybe you can just give a quick
Yeah.
detail about that also.
Absolutely. So just to give you a quick rundown as to what how we have been organizing this entire project so far. So we have an anchor post, right, which Aditya had posted almost a week ago, right, where all our interactions are happening in terms of if you are new to the project, you are interested in joining the project, you can automatically share your email IDs, and our team will eventually add you to the project as well as to the team sheet, right? Along with that, we also have created a website where we have all the information about the modules, what the project is about, what are the tasks as well as subtasks, right? So I'll just give you a brief visit as to what the website is. Uh, yeah. So guys, I'll be dropping this link in the chat as well, right? So this is the page, that is highcounselor.com/HC. Uh, then projects, right? I'll be dropping this link in the chat as well. So this page has all the information related to or pertaining to the project, right? In terms of what the project is about, what the description is, what you'll be learning, what kind of data set is going to be like, right? So this project has primarily been broken down into two modules, module one as well as module two. The details are mentioned. Our last week kickoff call, which happened, can be accessed from here as well, right? Then you can start off your module one as well, where you can perform your task in terms of the data processing part. If you want to access the data set, right, it is present right here. You can click here and you can access the data set, download that data set, right? Then work on it as per the subtask that are mentioned in the project. Task one.
So, in a
Once,
nutshell, we can simplify the things that for any query, if you have query, you can go to that LinkedIn post, that anchor post, and post your queries. We will take up all the queries. If you are facing any issue related to process in terms that you are not able to find your team members, you're not able to submit, or any other issues related to that part, you can go to that LinkedIn post, which is already posted by Aditya a week ago. So that is the anchor post. And for any details about the project, we have earlier we used to provide the document, that there is a document. Now we have created a proper web page for that on our website. Go over there, you will get every detail, the details of module 1, module 2, all the previous videos, data set, everything is there on one place. So if you need anything, you can go to that particular page, just keep that copy. Vivek will be posting that link right now. You will just
yes,
use that link and go over there, and you can access all the resources related to project, right? So there are two things:
absolutely,
one is the anchor post, other is the web page, all the information, and anchor post has all the uh, queries related issues, process related issues, technical issues will answer over there. Okay.
absolutely. So I'll just be dropping that link in the chat. There's some issue with my Google Chrome right now,
Okay, no
but
issues.
yes,
Yeah,
Ritika will be sharing you
Ratika,
the
we are
links as well.
sending that. No issues. Uh, so if we can
Great.
just give a quick overview of Sheetal, what is this module two? Can just give a little brief about them so that they can later on just go to the document or go to that particular page and access that.
Okay. Yeah, so as Vivek said, that module to whatever instructions we have provided, the document contains everything. So coming to what you need to do in module two is that I'll just give a brief of the complete problem statement again. In the complete problem statement, we have given the dataset, weather dataset, on which we need to do some cleaning and mining. We come up with the clean dataset. We do some queries. We come up with some questions, and we need to answer those questions, and we need to get that particular data in the tabular form with the SQL or MySQL or whatever database language you're using. After that, coming to module 2, now we have a clean data set in our hands. Once module 1 is being done, we want to showcase it to client in the form of a dashboard, in the form of presentation. Because if you read it, it is just like a paragraph. So to show that, basically the pictorial representation of that we need to prepare. And to prepare that, we need to use some kind of tool again. It can be W, it can be Power BI, it can be any other tool which you want to do to give a pictorial representation to this dataset so that it is easily accessible, it is easily understandable, and one can just see the picture and just see the diagrams and figures and understand what is actually all this project about. So that is something is module 2. You need to use some tool like Power BI or W, give this project a pictorial representation, come up with a dashboard where it shows that okay, this is the weather prediction, these were the weathers in this month and this year, how these rains are increasing or decreasing, or how the temperature is increasing and decreasing. You can, and here the best thing what we have come up with is that there are no restrictions what you need to use, how you need to use. You can use any tool which you want to, and you can prepare your dashboard as per your customizations.
Okay, so Chital has given you an overview. I'll just summarize that in the first part of the project, we had a corrupted data. We need to clean that using a coding language and then move it to SQL queries. We need to write queries in the first part. And now we have moved to this level two where we need to create dashboard. We have to use tools like Power BI or Tableau to create dashboard. And you can use any kind of creativity, whatever you feel that, okay, this could give the better representation of a particular data, you can go through it. I believe this is it is much simpler as compared to the module one, because module one had more challenges as compared to module 2. Module 2 is more fun because it's more graphing, more pictorial representation. How, and in the last project also I have seen some great work in this particular module, so I'm expecting the same in this particular project also. So okay, guys. So I've shared the link. You can search with my name. I have posted, and with the name of High Counselor Vivek has just posted that anchor link also, anchor post also. So you and the link is very simple. It's called highcounselor.com/HC_project. Very simple. Slash
Yes.
HC_projects. Just go to this web page. All the details, all the videos, everything is over there. Okay, so that makes
So
things more simpler.
And
yes,
guys, post the event, I will also be sharing you a mailer which will have all the updated links. So you do not have to worry. You can keep that mail handy. It will be having all the links required for the project. So you do not have to go here and there to hunt down for, say, for the project description website or the team building page, or or any other Google submission form. Everything would be there in that mail as well.
okay. So I
Okay,
still
so
have a
yeah,
question. Yeah. So sir, shall I answer?
yeah, you can take up certain questions. Will I'll take
Yeah.
few things later. You can take up certain questions. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Thank you, sir. So I see Chandra Shekhar Reddy has one question. If module 1 is submitted already, there are three pending queries that we mailed, which we need to clear those queries and can be submitted again. So yes, Chandra, although the module 1 given timeline was first 1 week, but if you are still pending with three queries, you can come up with those queries, complete it, and then you can submit along with module 2 as well.
Uh, so Vivek, somebody is saying that there is no data set on the link, but we have shown it right now. Yes.
Yeah, we have shown it. A lot of people have actually mentioned saying that. So, guys, you actually thoroughly need to visit the page, right? So it is there itself.
Don't
I'll just
jump
show it
to
to you.
conclusion, guys. It has
Yes.
everything. Just go through it. Earlier, we used to share the document, but now we have developed our own page, and all the previous project you can also access through this platform. So we are trying to bring it everything on one platform so that nobody should face any issues.
So
Okay.
just to let you know where the data set could be found, you have to come on this website, that is highcounselor.com/HC_project, right? You go through the project description, open your first module, and then come to your first task, right? That is where you will find the data set. It
Yeah.
clearly mentions the
So
data
Vivek
set that
has
needs to be
given you
accessed.
an idea. Okay, so let's take up certain
Yeah.
more questions. Data set we have already answered. Can you add me to team? Eric, you can just post it on that LinkedIn post and somebody will definitely contact you back that, hey, I wants to join you. They can just message you that, okay, or you can build your own team also. If anything doesn't happens, then you can write it to Vivek or on the right on the same post, we'll answer on that. Okay, so let's take up some more question. Is it required to submit .py file, Sheetal?
Yes, that is required
Yes.
because you have to submit .py file so that we can analyze what kind of mining you have done and is that mining correct as per the requirement or not.
Okay, so now you can ask as many questions as possible. We'll try to answer quickly so that we'll try to answer each and every question. Okay, let's move on. So I cannot find it on my system. Only submit module link is there. I think you should go to the page and go through the in detail of that page. That would answer your query, I guess. Okay, is it compulsory to submit? We have answered this. Our team has done with all. We have answered this also. So our team has done with this. We have also answered. Okay, so guys, kindly post if you have any queries. Shital is here. You can ask her in person. Otherwise, later on she can only answer on your post. So if you have any queries, repost that question. We'll take up that question here.
So,
Yeah,
Amit
so
sir, we
here,
have this interesting question from Pratyusha. I'll
Yeah.
just try to bring it up. Can you please give us an idea of how to make the prediction as the data set we have are also predicted data? So, Sheetal, you want to throw some light on this?
yeah, so maybe can you just repeat the question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it is highlighted on the screen. You can see on the screen now.
Okay, can you please give us an idea on how to make predictions as the data we have also? As the data we have are also predicted data. Okay, so yes, we have the as we are saying it multiple times, we have the predicted data, but that is the corrupted predicted data. You have to do some mining. You have to do some coding on it using Python or the coding language, and then you have to make it the cleaned predicted data. Both will be predicted data only, but this is a corrupted predicted data. And the very first hint which I want to give here is, which I was seeing questions from a lot of people, and that is a common question, that the total data set has only 1 year, that is 2022, and the problem statement asks that we have to predict for 10 years, 2022 to 2033. So there you have to do some coding on it, and you have to make it from 2022 to 2033. That is the very first step, and that is the very easy step. Now since we have given you the hint as well, what you need to do is, you just need to go do some small coding on it and make it for the 10 years. That's it. And the first column is something you need to play with to come up with the clean predicted data.
Okay.
Absolutely. So this actually answers for a lot of people who had the same queries to, the data set is not correct given. So guys, just deep dive, discuss it with your team. This is the reason why we had the team in the first place, right? Do not jump to conclusions. So, you have to work. It is actually a specific task mentioned in module one to
And
clean the data set and then move
look,
ahead.
for any learning, there is always a term called peer-to-peer learning. Look, anything like it is not possible for even Sheetal or anybody else to take up write up answers to 500 queries, right? But when you post on a public platform where everybody else is also participating in the same event, you will see that very soon everybody starts supporting other people also. So like if you post a query on the post, you will see I have seen a lot of people answer the queries that okay, if you're facing this issue, here is the link, here is the data file, everything. So people used to answer this. So I believe that just post it on the that particular anchor post, and I believe that you will get an answer for that.
Yeah,
So yeah.
so we will take some more questions.
Yeah, you can take up this question from Chandra. Please add the data in the data set for 2034 and 35 as we have prediction. You can take up this question from Chandra. Is it
Yeah. So here, what you need to do, Chandra, is that as I said earlier, we have given the dataset from 2022 to 2033. How you will be coming with 2022 to 2033? For now, in the dataset, you will be seeing all the years are 2022 only, because it is corrupted. Once you do some coding, you come up with 2022 to 2033. After that, for next 2 years, you need to add the data for all those months. That is just a simple how you can add the data. Just to give you a more deeper level hint is, you need to use the insert queries and insert the data in the data set. That's it.
okay? So another question is any KPIs for module 2?
Yeah, like as we have said, this you have done the cleaning, you have done the SQL part. Now to come up with the dashboard, you can use Power BI or W, and then you can come up with the dashboard. And here, the best part in the project is we have not restricted you what kind of dashboard it should look like. You can use your customization, your creativity, your innovations, and come up with the dashboard which is more user friendly and more understandable to the client.
Okay, so before we move forward, let me show you something that last time also we explained that when we are working something on something, it is very important that we should highlight our work. And let me show you some sample on this that, okay, how you can highlight your work in front of your employer through your LinkedIn profile, through your social media platform. So once you see my screen, do let me know. Okay, so can you see my screen now? Yeah, is it visible?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so here is Kamlesh who is participating in our project, and look how beautifully he has written a post around 5 days ago when we started this project. So he said that I am working on a live project which is weather forecasting and visualization. The project has two modules, module one and module two. Currently, I'm working on module one where I will be cleaning data set through Python and performing some operations through SQL. He has also tagged us for this so that I can know that whether I can just check it around that whether he has written in a proper manner or not. If something is required, I can explain him. He has also given the detail of that particular project, and more importantly, he has tagged all the important posts. And look how people have reacted to this. People have commented on this. So this is just to make people aware about that how uh, what projects you're working. It is very important today that it is not only that when we work in isolation, that will not help. Today, if you are working on something, it is very important that you go to LinkedIn, write about the details of the project, that what you are doing, what you are going to do in module 1. In fact, one of the things which is missing on this post is also that he has not highlighted. He should have posted another post where he should have highlighted that what challenges I have been facing on this particular project and how I came up with a solution with my team. If that is also a very important post. So anybody who has completed module 1, they can write this post. Okay, I completed this module 1. Here are the challenges which I faced, and here are the things which we did to solve this, right? So that is also, this will show a complete journey of your project. Module 1 introduced, then challenges, then how you solved it, then how module 2, and then your submission, and then your dashboard. Everything you can post, and you can tag me, Aditya, Vivek, Sheetal, and High Counselor, so that we can also go and our team can go and just have a look around that whether you have written in the right way, and can provide you a feedback on that part also. So I hope you will understand
Absolutely.
this. This is very important, because if you are applying jobs without like updating yourself onto that particular technology, it is very difficult for an employer also to understand whether you are the right fit for the organization or not. Okay, so let's take up some more questions. So here is a question from Divya Priya. She says there are so much repeated values. That's what Cheetal has told you, that this is a corrupted data, right? We have given you a corrupted data. A natural data set will never be a clean data set. We need to understand. So it is very important that you need to go through that, clean that data, write the queries, and move forward. Right? So I guess I have answered it right, Cheetal.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So let's take up more questions. Okay. Throw some more light on the Play Store app dataset. So I believe that we ended that project around a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So you can access that through our platform. We have already covered that project now. Okay, so we have a data cleaning only in Python. Yes, we already told you that just follow the instructions. There is an instruction given from client side. Do not take it that we have given you. Just take it from the perspective that a client has given you, and you cannot say the client that okay, I will not do in this. I'll do in this. Right? Okay. For my query number 7, we need to do on time series analysis to predict forecast. Right? Shrital, can you take up that from Bapan?
Yes. So you have to do some time series analysis to forecast that, and yeah, if you're not doing that, then you can see the trend, how the data is given, and on that basis also, basically, you can come up with the solution for that particular query.
Again, one day says that if anybody need helps, you can reach out to him. And thank you again. That's good. And that's what, like, it is very important that when you know something, share it with other people, because you never know. You did it in one way, and there could be another way around for the same thing. For
Okay.
module 2, should we use the data set with prediction of 2034 and 2035?
Yes, that you
Yes.
should be using, because that is the complete data set you have come up with. But here again, we give more one more thing, that you are not restricted. Even if you want to showcase it to database, uh, to the dashboard from 2022 to 2033, you can use that as well. You just need to prepare and come up with a dashboard where we can easily understand that what data set was actually provided to you, and there we will be seeing your technical skills also, your creativity and innovation also, how the dashboard is more customized and more user friendly.
So, Chital, is another question coming from Milan. He says that we have completed our pre-processing in Jupyter, except in SQL. Is it correct?
Yeah, so that is correct if you see from solution perspective, if it's a general project. But here, since we said this is a kind of a client experience we are giving you, so if we stick to client requirements and if we do it in SQL, that is better.
Okay, and this is the important question coming from Heath, and I will also answer this for everyone. That do we need to submit the project individually, or do we need to submit it in team? So the answer is that whenever you will go to the submission form, there is an option right here, write your team name. So you will write your team name, but you have to submit your project individually, because the certificate will go to an individual, not to the team, right? So you have to submit it, that okay, here is my project, I was working in this particular team and my team name was this, or the number is this. So that will help us in identifying all the team members, that okay, these four people are working for the same team. And if the project, and since the project will be common, right, everybody will submit the same solution, so it will be easier for us to just pick up any one of the solution and we can have a look over it, or we can just go do a random check over it. I hope we have answered that. I'm correct, Vivek?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So Heath, I hope your question has been answered, right? So there are just
Okay.
due to submissions, no team submissions will be actually
Any other
accepted.
question, guys? Before we have already live from last 40 minutes. We have already introduced you what High Counselor do, how we do, and now when you are on the web page of High Counselor, do go to the home page, check it around. What are the things we are doing? What is when our job fair is coming up? When our live project is coming up? When our new info sessions coming up? So you can just have a look around it, and you will get an idea. And this is specifically for people who are in US. Okay, I am doing project alone and facing the same problem as there is space of anyone who want to join. I would suggest don't do it alone. Again, we last time also focused this that it is always easier to do something individually. The real challenge will come when you will participate in team, that too from global location and that too working remotely on a particular project. So it's very important that we have to be on the same page, and that's very important learning which you can learn, because in any behavioral interview somebody is going to ask you, give us a situation when you worked in a team and you face certain challenges. Okay,
Yeah.
so I
So
guess
we have
that,
one
yeah,
more
any other question?
question. Yes, we have one more question from Amar. Any team who have completed question 7. So I just want to give help here also, that in question 7 it's pretty simple. Like you have a data set for 10 years now after you have done your cleaning. So now we wanted you to come up with 2 more years of data set at your own. So what you need to do is, if you are using SQL, MySQL or any other database language, you need to insert that data. That is pretty simple. And you can insert that data. You can see the whatever data has been given to you, what all values it has, what temperature it has, raining, it has maximum humidity, it has minimum humidity. Similarly, you have to insert the data for the other 2 years also. I believe this is the simplest question of all the SQL queries which has been given to you.
Okay, so Sai says we don't have Power BI. If you don't have Power BI, you can use Tableau also. Moving on, LinkedIn user, my name is not in the still list, and I tagged pinged Vivek also. Look, Vivek is getting more than, let's say, 100 plus queries on related same queries. So at times when he's working, it becomes difficult. So that doesn't means that, and sometimes he might be not in your time zone also. So let's say you are in PST time, he's in IST time. You have a daytime, but he is in the night time, right? So you have to have a little bit of patience. So you can write your name, because we are not able to see your name, it's coming LinkedIn user, and Vivek might get
Thank you.
into it and help you about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Where we can find the submitted project? Why you we want to see the submitted project? We already submitted it. It's our duty now to look at the project and check it, right? Okay, so any other question, guys? For any we'll post two things again. I'm posting that particular page link, so you will get an idea and you can go to that page link. That okay, so that you can access all the material related to this project part. And Vivek will post the link of that particular anchor post where you can post all the queries related to uh, the project, and we can take up that also, right? So I'll post
So,
that link.
sir, we have another question which
Yeah,
where
yeah.
people have
You can take
argued.
up the question till the time we are posting it.
Yeah, sure. So we have another question from Uday. He's asking, we have to do the data cleaning only in Python. We have done it in Excel itself and submitted, and we have not submitted any Python file. Is it okay for these? So Uday, to answer this, I would say no. You have to use Python. You have to do coding, because if you are doing the data cleaning in Excel itself, it is like a manual work. Any person can do. But if you have to prepare, but still, since you are preparing for data analyst and then you need to use the coding language, the Python or any other language which you actually comfortable with, and you have to do the cleaning using that particular tool itself. Manual cleaning, just going in Excel and cleaning the rows, will not suffice the requirement of the project. We have another
Okay.
question from Chandra. Create a table with foreign key relation with the existing given dataset. Can you give some explanation or hint? Yes, Chandra. So the hint here is that you are given a dataset in which, let us suppose, 10 or 20 columns are there. You have to come up with another smaller table. It can have 2 or 3 columns as well, and you need to do a mapping of a foreign key. There should be some mapping of foreign key between those two tables, and the table which you are coming with. that can have only 3 to 4 columns as well. We don't want you to come up with a very complex table as well.
Okay.
I think can we take up one
Kalyani,
last question by Kalyani?
Kalyani, I guess that Sheetal has already answered this question. You
Hmm.
can watch this video, and you will get the answer of this particular question which you are asking. So I guess that we have answered all the queries, guys. Do highlight your work on LinkedIn and do share us with us also so that we can look into it your work. And I would like to thank Sheetal for coming up live again for helping, and she has been really proactive and answering all the queries and even asking our team that what other queries are coming on the platform. And thanks to Vivek, who has been really working hard on this particular project and like coordinating everything related to process and everything, right? And his team also works very rigorously. So, guys, for any other query, post it on the anchor post because it's very difficult. The live session is already for 45 minutes, and it is very difficult also like to answer every query over this platform. We have introduced module 2 again, and now we'll be ending up this project in this week. So, submit your module 2 and finish it off in the next week. And very soon we'll be coming up with a new project also on again back on the data analysis, right? So stay tuned, guys. Do check out our website. Go and search. We also have a resume builder over there, so you can download a different kinds of resumes which we upload, and that is completely free. Okay. Anything else, Vivek? I guess we have answered everything.
Yeah, I think that's about it. And if anybody has any issues, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Right, I'm actively trying to revert to everybody because I'm just flooded with messages and queries and all. Just trying to get through it. So I will definitely revert as soon as possible.
So I says how to connect with Sheetal. I guess that if you post on the anchor post, Sheetal will respond to it, or Sheetal will have a look over it. Because if obviously, even if you will personally message Sheetal a lot of questions, it would be difficult for her also to answer it, right? And then it is very difficult for anybody, and then we blame that somebody is not answering, right? So we need to have little patience because as a human, everybody is trying to do their best, but there are some uh, limitations also which are part of it. Okay, so Sheetal is getting a good fan following now. A lot of people are asking about Sheetal. So I guess that Sheetal will answer on the anchor post. Do check it out. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining in for today. And that's it for this project. We'll not be covering any more live. We might come for the industry level interaction as soon as we find someone relevant related to this project, because we have promised that we will bring someone from industry on this part also. So we'll try to do that. As soon as we do that arrangement, we'll invite everyone to participate, and stay tuned, and we'll have that highlighted on our website also. So okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining in. That's it for today. We'll be meeting soon with a new project coming up.
Sure. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a
Bye
great day.
bye.
Bye bye.